All right, let's shift focus and talk about the primary market space. Shreyans Gautam Chaudhary, Joint MD, is now joining us for Sanstar, and the IPO is, of course, around the corner, which is happening. First of all, thanks very much for dropping by in our studios.
Thank you very much, and thank you to ET for inviting us.
So let's start our discussion about, talk to us about Sanstar. What is that? When you say plant-based inputs for the food industry, what does it really mean?
So we are primarily into maize-based specialty products and ingredient solutions that we are making. So almost 2 decades we've been operational in this space.
Okay.
And the cumulative experience of promoters go up to 60 years dealing in these similar products that we have done. Majority of my products, 60% of my total revenue is going into sales for food markets.
Who are your clients? When you say food, is it raw material for other foods or FMCG?
So we operate majorly in the B2B space. Our typical customers include amongst the largest FMCG companies, food processing companies. For example, the largest food companies, Malaysia is also our customer, just to give you an example. Some of the names that we work in on the domestic space include Hindustan Unilever, ITC Foods, AB Mauri Group.
Okay.
I also wanted to get a sense from you. It's a mix of OFS as well as the primary issue, right? And I think 100 crores is what the debt you are pairing. Could you talk to me about what could be the savings on interest costs and what could be the boost to profitability over the next few months on account of that?
So about 100 crores is going towards the repayment of debt. The company has very minimal long-term debts, only around 36 crores as on date. And the balance is about, so balancing portion from 140 crores total debt is towards working capital. So 100 crores will be going towards repayment of this debt. Going forward with the cash flows that the company is going to generate, we anticipate to be completely debt-free within the next year. And we anticipate, of course, 10 to 12 crores savings coming in from the interest savings as compared to the FY24
That would be a
number.
sizable boost given the profitability right now, 67 crores. But on the revenue front, there was a drop in FY24. What's the reason for that? And once the capacity expansion, etc., take place, what could be the outlook, let's say, for FY26, FY27, etc.?
So one of the reasons is we have to take every once in 3 years a scheduled turbine maintenance for the plant. So that for that we lost about 45 days of operation in. If you leave that aside, on a year-on-year basis, we've still done a marginal growth. Because majority of the expansion is also coming in on derivatives. So we have already started a 200 crore capex program, whereby Sanstar is doubling our capacity. From a current installed capacity of 1100 tons, we are going towards 2100 tons per day. So and this is well slated to be completed by June 2025. The works are already ongoing. And we are very hopeful of completing the project expansion in a timely manner.
Okay.
So by FY26, we anticipate almost doubling of the revenues. And because also that for the fact that majority of the products are on the derivatives, the second generation higher value added plant-based products that we are making, some of these products also are going into pharmaceutical applications. So we are also anticipating a margin expansion going ahead.
So just to put it in perspective, I saw that your FY24 revenues were closer to 1100 crore with a 9.2% EBITDA margin. And 23 was 1200. So I'll take it as flat. But in the next 24 months, this can more than double.
Absolutely.
With a margin picture which would 200-300 basis points higher than right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Because the company has already made some investments on the renewable side as well. So we've just installed a 3.5 megawatt solar behind the mark. The company is having 180 acres of land at the Dhule plant, almost 65 acres of land at Kutch plant. So very uniquely positioned that we've commissioned behind the meter solar farm. We've also commissioned recently a biogas based plant. So we also anticipate all these savings to start flowing in.
So when you say you are more than doubling the capacity, your capacity utilization on top will be reached in 26 or could it take another year?
We are very confident that by FY26 we should be at least able to get 75% of capacity utilization.
Okay, great. So your cash flows will improve materially. Then what will you do with that cash flow? Will you start deploying it back? What's the cycle looking like? Or do you have any R&D based plans so that you can improve the margin and take the products even superior?
Yeah, so some of the incremental cash flow would of course be going into the doubling of the capacity for the working capital requirements that we would be requiring going ahead. But yes, hopefully the food specialty space is growing very well.
So I have a question on that one.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk to HULs of the world, when we talk to many of the consumer companies, last 7-8 quarters were not very good for them. Is your category growing stronger?
Exactly. So within the FMCG space, the noodles, the pastas, the soups are growing at a very good pace. And across the West, if, like I said, 400 crores of my revenue came in from export markets. So from the from the global perspective, we are seeing a lot of new applications also coming in. I'll give you to name a few. The vegan food space, the vegan leather bags are also being made from products, raw materials from our industry. The vegan shoe is already out there in the shoe. I mean, just to give you some example. On the personal care side, we are seeing more and more companies replacing talc from raw materials from our industry, which are more friendly in terms of. And overall, we are seeing a good growth in the export as well as the food space.
Okay, interesting. So clearly the visibility is strong and there is an entire tailwind for the industry. Thanks, Mr. Chaudhary, for making time and dropping by, and good luck for the IPO.
Thank you very much for your time and your wishes.
Thank you very much.